Cowboy. 28 years of age. From Warrnambool. Long kick it is to Collins' head. Past Stewart it goes. Here comes a chance for shooting at McGee. McGee comes in and kicks under pressure. Russell Reynolds will come in, but Cummings there first. Cumming with a long hand pass is good football, and this is dangerous. Ray's got it. He's a good hand passer. Out to Bartlett. Bartlett shoots for goal, and little gallant Raymer, vice captain, does it so well and consolidates Richmond position. Stephen Ray and Kevin Bartlett tap each other there because Ray's hand pass was good, and Bartlett, of course, as usual, converted it beautifully. Kevin Bartlett is a great player for Richmond. He's played 179 games, including today's game.
Yep, Alan Jeans wouldn't be very happy about that. There's the board, 9-14-68 to 7-12-54. And when St Kilda appeared as though they had the run of the ball and were burned, Theodore made a big mistake, and that let Richmond in. The Whale in the ruck at the moment with Galt. Galt goes high, goes too early though, and the ball comes clear. Chance here for Perovic. Perovic caught with the ball. Stephen Ray, a hand pass, comes out to Galt. Galt shoots the ball forward. Who will mark it? St Kilda will. Through Breen. It was beautifully judged at that. Took it nicely over McGee, and don't be surprised if Breen puts it through. He's right on the apex of the diamond. He's a magnificent kick when he gets onto them, and don't be surprised if it goes through for a goal. Oh, he's shockingly offline with the kick, and very nearly went out with on the full. Tried to put a little bit too much into it, and as a result, it was a bit off balance when he kicked it. But St Kilda coming back, they're making the game more interesting. It's been pretty flat, pretty dull, and pretty uninteresting up to this point of time. There's a chance as Davis grabs the ball, comes around onto his left boot, flicks it around or kicks it back in the wrong direction, comes to Theodore, he can't hold it, grabs it again, then lines up the goal, but it's all from there. There's no one at all at home for St Kilda, and the mark is easily taken by Hunt. And Hunt brings the ball out to Walsh. Walsh, you can mark it all on your own. He failed to do so. Gives St Kilda the chance through Manzi. Manzi hasn't played well. Walsh comes through it again. Shoots the ball forward. Awkward bounce there for St Kilda as they come in, spoil one another. Lawrence has got it. Hooks the ball out nicely. It's grabbed here by the Saints. Pasanko, driven towards the boundary line and out on the full, and the free kick will go to the Tigers.
Bad luck, Pasanko, because he had lots of opposition. Walsh not kicking as long as normal. Baum could take this one. He does. He's been forced to come a long way out to get a kick as Neil Baum. I think this is his second for the match. Kicks a long one downfield. Michael Green's the target. Behind is Saru. Well played, Reynolds. Very well played. Look at Stewart in front of Theodore with pace. Stewart kicks it downfield. It's all Lamb, but it's taken away from him. Picked up there by Hart and kicked it through for one behind.
And I would have given the mark to Saru St Kilda.
Yes,
he looks absolutely disgusted.
Yes, it was a lovely reception from the side. Could easily have played the same decision.
Listen to the booing from the crowd, the St Kilda supporters, because in my book it was a beautifully judged mark. Neil's going to put it in short here, and it's a nicely directed kick. Comes to Elliott, who is not having a good day, fumbling a bit, gets the ball out, comes out here where it's grabbed by Reynolds, I think it was, driven onto the half-forward flank. Plenty of St Kilda players there. Breen had a chance. He couldn't trap the ball. Players milling around it. It comes clear. McGee was held, I thought. Breen goes down with the ball. Someone on top of him. What's the decision? A free to Breen. And, he got one too. And, look at this. Look at this over there. And there'll be a penalty played downfield against Richmond for very injudicious play. And Breen will come in. And Breen driving the ball forward. Looking here for Davis. Davis goes late. Couldn't mark it. It's grabbed here. Is it by Moran? He lines up the goal. It's not a bad-looking shot anyhow. Whoever it was. Colling, and it's through for a behind only to the Saints. When they badly need goals. They move on to 7-13 now. 55 points to Richmond 9-15-69.
14 points the difference, and at half-time the difference was 21 in favour of Richmond. Richmond looked like getting away early in the third term. Clay kicks out. In front, Theodore. Stewart above him beautifully. Stewart, of course, an ex-St Kilda champion, twice their best and fairest. Kicks it out wide. Bounces awkwardly for everyone except Lawrence. He's tackled or ridden into the ground. I thought the free kick should be Lawrence's. Bad tackle that time. It's very rare that a player who's played for two clubs and won their best and fairest has he and Stewart. Here comes Lawrence, the ex-Taswegian. Not a good pass, Barry Lawrence. A very bad one, straight to Wood. Wayne Walsh it was. He boots downfield, and Baum almost took a very good one. Strong play. Neil pushes him. It'll be close from Baum. Judson, safe, reliable, fine mark. Judson has been a very good back pocket. He's had consistent, persistent pressure from Bartlett, and at times coming, but has stood up to it manfully. Rodney Galt, your chance. You're nicely shepherded by Manzi. Michael Green appeals for the free kick against Manzi, but the umpire doesn't agree. Galt very close to the man of the mark. The umpire says he was so close, the arm was over the man of the mark, so he gains 15 metres. That brings him down to half-back flank on the grandstand side, and we're just coming into the time-on period of the third term.
That, in fact, penalised St Kilda, Doug, because all on his own was Theodore when Galt kicked the ball to him. So, in effect, St Kilda haven't gained a great deal.
Galt down where Michael Green's in front, but never looked like it. Behind, the chance is there for Keane. Chance for Colling. Colling lost it. Free kicks at the umpire for a push. And the kick will go to the Tigers. I think it was Keane who was pushed, but Robbie McGee might be claiming it. Oh, well, what are we doing? The umpire says we're holding up play, which I think was most unjust in that particular case, because I'm sure that Gary Colling wasn't sure which player was supposed to take the lead. Keane, a long one downfield. Royce Hart punched away cleverly by Neil, who spoilt brilliantly all day. Out of bounds once again. It's half-forward flank with Richmond in attack on the grandstand side as they kick to the scoreboard goal.
His form's been very disappointing on the wing. I think Walsh has beaten him badly. There's a bit of aerial ping-pong, if you like, as the ball comes out here. The brilliant Stewart, he was held, tackled by Trott. Trott appealing for holding the ball, but umpire Coates says it's not on, and he's going to bounce it. Midfield on the member stand side. We're just entering the time-on period in the third quarter as Roberts gets the tap, grabbed here by Cumming. He breaks the pack beautifully. Penetrating kick, swings Richmond well into attack. The ball knocked away by Saints, comes clear. There's a hand pass. Out it comes for Trott. Can he trap it? He does it very well indeed. Gets around Baum, sends the ball towards the centre of the ground. Up, and a beautiful mark taken there by Colling, and that was a lovely ride. Colling goes on with it. He's got a lead out here. Big chance here for Breen. Breen dummies around, gets around McGee, hooks the ball towards the full forward line. No one at home for St Kilda. Richmond spoil one another. The ball picked up by Perovic. He lines up the goal and puts it through for a behind only when it should have been much better. 7-14 now, St Kilda. Wasting opportunities, move on to 56 points to Richmond 9-15-69.
Yes, the Richmond teammates certainly spoiled each other that time as Sheedy and Hunt collided. And it could have been Hunt. It was Hunt. Sheedy was the one at fault. Dick Clay. And down from Kyabram in 1966. Doesn't kick with the usual Clay skill. Breen punches it down. Follows on very nicely. Taken away by Sheedy. Out wide to Bartlett. Here goes the racehorse. Kicks it down towards centre half forward to Lamb. It's a perfect pass. A most perfect pass from Bartlett, and Lamb marks on his chest. He's at centre half forward. He'll give it back to Bartlett in grateful appreciation. I don't know who Bartlett's opponent is, but I'm sure that Alan Jeans will be gnashing his teeth. And Bartlett steadies now. He's kicked one goal in this term. He's kicked 2 for the match. He's a long way out, but a good one from Kevin Bartlett. Could make the distance. It's not a good one for Kevin. It's right to the 10-yard square. Punch down in front. Ray again, very dangerous. Oh, look out. There's 16 stone 8 of Mr. Cowboy Neal. The result is Ray across the line. The ball follows him. Roberts easily front position. Nobody with him. Looks for a hand pass. Can't do it. Held it a long time. Umpire penalised him. Well, he did hold it a long time. And there's Barry Lawrence pushing him over. Lawrence. Down the centre of the ground. Elliott, your chance. Behind the packets, Manzi. In a lot of trouble. Hits it off wildly. George Young. Cleverly done. Trouble. Cleverly done out to Green. Green across to Manzi. Manzi's normally a great kick. Shoots for goal. Doesn't make any mistake. And there's players down everywhere at the centre of the ground.
Including Young, I think.
Richmond player Wood is down, right in the centre, with yellow-jacketed trainers all around him, but the result, the most important result, was a great goal from Manzi, John Manzi, and now there's only 7 points the difference, and for a team that's looked like being on top all day, that is Richmond Here's St Kilda back only 7 points from them. That's something like last week when Richmond didn't play well and yet got very close to Carlton. There's St Kilda's young. Here's the ruckman. Green wins it again. Fighting for it is Bartlett. Out comes Stewart. Stewart boots them into attack. Nicely taken there by Lawrence.
I think he's had the better part, Lawrence. He's played a magnificent game, gets the ball out wide to Perovic, and Perovic takes the mark. And tackled, and will get a 15-yard penalty, I should say, as he has a go at Sheedy, and Sheedy pushing back. Sheedy, he can rough it up when he wants to, and there are no big pardons about him, I assure you. As Perovic has a big opportunity now to put St Kilda deep into attack. He'll probably look for Galt, the big tall player. It's in too short for him though. The ball punched away, got away by Richmond nicely, and their Rovers doing more damage as Bartlett gets hold of it, sends it forward. Basanko and Lamb will do battle. Neither can take it. Lawrence, the brilliant judgment of him, grabs the ball, shoots a skimming pass of beauty too. Out it goes where it's grabbed by Collingwood can shoot it well into attack. He looks for Davis. It's too high. Coming in behind the mark, taken by Richmond and taken by Dick Clay. And that wasn't well done, St Kilda.
Lawrence is playing without an opponent at the moment. I can't find Royce Hart on the ground. There he comes across, but he's been so far away from him. I wouldn't be surprised to see Hart go off later. Here's a chance now out wide for Sheedy. Sheedy's got Fowler to help him. A great hand pass across it goes. Picked up by Wood. Wood downfield, and it's 2-1 against Hart as Judson's got the chance. Down goes Lawrence. Judson gets his kick. Elliott's underneath it and takes the mark, and St Kilda looking good. They're only trailing by 7 points as Glenn Elliott, centre wing. Boots down to centre half forward. Theodore and Stewart. Stewart was the high leaper. Nice trap by Keane out to Stewart again. Stewart runs into a lot of trouble. Held it a long time, and free kick will go to St Kilda. Well, that was a very good tackle. Ian Stewart walked out to his right foot. Jeff Moran grabbed him, and the free goes to Moran.
Well, they'll have to hurry, St Kilda, because the siren's pretty close if they're going to capitalise on this forward move.
Moran, a long one to the 10-yard square. Fowler loses it. Kicked by Green downfield. Here's a chance for Elliott. Elliott runs into trouble. A wild hand pass. Sheedy's grabbed it. Sheedy puts it out to centre wing position where Reynolds will mark it. And he must go on with it, which Reynolds does. And boots it down towards that 10-yard square. Rodney Galt, too early, and beautifully taken by Green, who's been a very dependable, serviceable runner. There's the siren.
There's the siren for three-quarter time at the 31-minute mark, in fact. And
now to the final quarter for the closing stages.
Good trot. Yes, it could be, Doug.
Slightly balding pate is the only way I guessed it, Ken. It's Judson kicks out wide. Still might be wrong, of course, as the mark is nicely taken on halfback.
No, it is Stewie Trot. Definitely Trot.
Neil down to the centre of the ground. Stewart goes for front position, doesn't need to worry. It's beautifully taken, or he does need to worry, because it's beautifully taken by St Kilda's Elliott. No, it was Colling. Colling out wide of the half-forward flank. Breen almost took it. Davis is there, still fighting gallantly. Boots it back towards that full-forward zone. Dick Clay is a mile in front of his opponent, Young, and takes it over the line out of bounds. And George Young, who's had a very quiet day after last week's brilliant effort, is in the full-forward zone at this stage. In come the rucks. In front, Michael Green has been a great ruckman. Out to Hunt. Hunt across towards Walsh, and Walsh will take the mark. Easily done. Been a very strong wingster as Wayne Walsh. Walsh, a long one downfield. Judson should take this one. Gabs it certainly on his chest. Wayne Judson been one of the very safe St Kilda defenders. Actually, the defence has been good because Basanko's been a good player, Lawrence a good player, Neil and Judson. Here's Stewart. Nicely picked up by Wood. Across it goes to Fowler. Fowler pushed in the back. Against Hugh Colling. Royce Hart was with it, but Fowler, the back pocket, is between centre and centre half forward. Big pack down there. Roberts in the position. Neil goes up above him, so does Saru. Jeffrey Moran hits it out wide when he might have taken it. Here comes Bartlett once again. Watch him turn and balk and weave. With his left foot, it's trapped by Lawrence, lost by Lawrence. Stevens overruns it, can't pick it up. He's ridden into the ground too, and the free kick goes his way. John Stevens, ex-interstate cricketer, and a very outstanding footballer for St Kilda last year, but had a bad season this year. He topped St Kilda's goal kicking last season.
Well, it'd be true to say that Richmond have out-rucked and out-rowed St Kilda today. I think that's been the big difference between the two sides. St Kilda haven't been able to get the ball away from the ruck bounces at all. There's Green flying high, but apparently got into the back of Green of Richmond, and Green will take the free kick to put the Tigers into attack again. They seem to have the game well sewn up as St Kilda knock it forward. They're not handling the ball cleanly and surely. A little bit indecisive, and they're passing the ball not good. And there's Davis battling again. Can he win out? He does. Gets a hand pass across, or he did try to towards him. Traps the ball again. It's tackled. Now was the tackle too high, said umpire coach. And the St Kilda supporters say, well, it's about time, perhaps. And Davis to take the free. Richmond right on top, 12-17 to St Kilda 8-14. For a moment in the third quarter, it appeared that St Kilda, when they rattled on 4 goals in about 5 minutes, were going to fight back and perhaps pull the game out of the fire. But Richmond have got on top again, and it's mainly through their superior ruck work and roving, and Stewart in the centre. And look at that kick by Stewart. The cowboy Moore comes out, and he's completely beaten Barn today. He's given him no quarter at all, and out it goes indirectly out onto the far side of the ground, where Saru has got it for St Kilda, but a shocking pass goes straight to Roberts, and this has been St Kilda's downfall as the hand pass goes out to Walsh. Walsh down towards Barn. Barn won't get to it, and it'll be a throw-in just near the right-hand goal post with Richmond in the attack. We're about 18 minutes into the final quarter, and it seems that Richmond have won their way through to the preliminary final.
Certainly Neil Baum has not appreciated his new role of full forward today. It'll be interesting to see what they do next week. Here's Roberts. Been a very good player late in the game. Shoots for goal. Umpire comes in. The whistle must have blown, has it? No,
it's a free kick to Kilda.
It's got to be a free because no goal umpire signal been given. But Baum has looked like a ship without a rudder in that full forward zone. There's the scoreboard, 89-62. Graham Teasdale has been a magnificent full forward in the seconds for Richmond, but when he's been brought up to the first, he had one great day. But after that, he hasn't played well. Eventually, whether Ricky McLean or Teasdale might come back in that full forward zone, but certainly Richmond. The other one is to whether Royce Hart might be able to front up again. He looks a most injured captain.
Well, apparently Minot didn't kick over the Doug, and the ball's been taken back to him. But St Kilda's form today, disappointing. But when you consider the adversity under which they've played this year, you've got to give them full marks because they've lost a number of players. But let's watch Hart now as he swings Richmond forward again onto their centre-half forward position. DeSanko, a great player, a great battler, has tackled, couldn't get rid of the ball, kicked it off the ground, the whistle goes, and it'll be a free to Saru. Saru of St Kilda, I think, will take a free kick. But full marks to the Saints for bouncing back the way they have this year. They lost a lot of players. They lost Dittrich, they lost Ross Smith, just to name a couple of their top players, and full marks too to Alan Jeans, their coach, who's perhaps got the longest reigning coach in the league today. He's coaching St Kilda for the 13th year, and he's had them up in the finals 9 times, which is a remarkable performance.
Yes, Hafey's another man who's been around for a while now, but not as long as Jeans. But Hafey's second only to Jack Dyer in length of service as a coach. Hungry scuffle in the middle, and the free kick's going to Gary Colling. Colling decides he'll run off with it. Tries a left-footer downfield. In comes Young, but overruns it. This is where St Kilda have fallen down atrociously. They have not had a winning forward. There's Kevin Schutte. Not often he smiles, but he's very, very satisfied with his own personal performance and also with the team performance for the day. Schutte blanketed Young right out of the game. Roberts gets the punch down once again. Sproul gets it. Davis, the only great battler. Perovic left-footer across. In it was almost Richmond. It is Richmond's free kick, and it'll be taken by Keane. Keane out wide looking for Wayne Walsh, who's been a great winger. Stewart trots out there on him now, but Walsh beats him comfortably. He'll give a short one. No, he won't. He goes past Trot. Steadies and then kicks a good 60-yarder downfield. Bosenko and Lamb go for it. Baum comes in. Baum's taken it with great strength. He's been very quiet as Neil Baum. Out to Captain Hart. Hart downfield where Judson's in front once again. Misses one of his only mistakes, but still recovers it well. And out to the half-back flank, and here's the brilliant Bosenko. Bosenko, professional sprinter of note, boots it down to the centre of the ground. Elliott goes very early. Punched by Sproul brilliantly across to Stewart. Stewart tries a short one. Look at it go. Thank you, says Michael Green, as one of the perfect Ian Stewart left foot drop passes.
A wonderfully constructed player he is. Beautiful balance, wonderful anticipation, ball handler, and his disposal faultless. We're pretty deep into the third quarter now, but Richmond well on top. 12-17 to 8-14. Michael Green lines up the goal. Not a bad-looking kick either. I think it could be there. It's a beauty. Straight through the middle. Goal number 1 to Michael Green. But the top kick getters today for Richmond have undoubtedly been Bartlett, who has had 29, and Sproul, who has had 29 and 24. So they've had 53 quick kicks between them, and they're a lot of kicks. And this is where all the damage has been done, plus the fact that St Kilda haven't functioned well up forward. They haven't had a winning forward all day long. They haven't had a focal point to kick to us. Bartlett gets yet another kick, sends it forward. Out comes Judson, a good defender. Backs his judgment well. Gets the ball out wide, but McGee's going to come in. Couldn't trap it. Gets the ball forward. A chance here for Perovic. Held, not in possession. Didn't get the free kick. It comes to Sheedy. Sheedy's hand pass finds Sproul. Sproul coming in for yet another kick, a damaging player, another import for the Richmond side. And they've got plenty, I tell you. As the ball is punched away, comes out towards Dean. It's knocked away from him. Lamb comes in. He's met solidly. Around the neck, said the umpire, and the free kick will go to Lamb. Lamb, a promising young player, showed good early season form, then was dropped and was brought back into this side today to give it a little bit more bite. It was too top-heavy last week, and to give it a little bit more pace. And he's done exactly that as he lines up the goal very deliberately, very well, and records Richmond's 14th goal. 14 goals to the Tigers, and they've got it well and truly sewn up. 14-17 to St Kilda, 8-14, and so far 23 minutes, 24 minutes into the final quarter, and St Kilda haven't added to their three-quarter time score of 8-14 to give you some idea just how much Richmond have dominated this final quarter.
There they go again from Roberts. Down it goes. Lamb's great strength, of course, is his incredible accuracy for goal. A chance for Elliott. Out to Trott. Trott to Davis. Davis clever across to Stevens. Stevens fumbles. Still got the chance. Will shoot for goal and puts it through. And they've scored. Johnny Stevens kicks a goal. This has been his great strength in his football career, has been his accuracy in kicking for goal. And 20th man is coming on from Kilda. That's corner. And this is Alan Jeans obviously just giving him a run because the match is over. That last goal kicked by Lamb certainly sealed their fate. 68 points to 101. And Richmond have ground them into the dirt in the last quarter. They've rucked brilliantly, and Sproul and Bartlett are just still running tirelessly throughout the packs, and Trott and Moran, Trott now out in the wing, but certainly St Kilda's highlight, or their low light for the season, with lack of rovers, and it's been their great weakness here again today. They've been beaten on the ball as well.
Yep, this is where Richmond have dominated today with Sproul and Bartlett ripping holes in their defence. Here's the ball coming forward for the Saints. Comes out to that gallant player, Davis. Davis, a great player, is tackled. I didn't think he was in possession, and we'll get the free kick. It'll go against McGee.
McGee's done well against Green, Ken.
He has. He's kept shut Breen out of the game. There's the kick in short. Comes up towards Breen, but it's easily taken in defence by Richmond's
Keane, I think.
Yes, it is Keane. Almost over. We're deep into the final quarter as the ball's kicked out wide. Coming out to meet it is Reynolds. Reynolds couldn't quite trap it. A chance for Stevens again of St Kilda. His kick is swung out wide. In comes Young. Young is tackled. Has a pretty quiet day. He hasn't shown the brilliance last week. And here's the brilliant Bartlett everywhere. This fellow getting the ball again, shooting it forward, but out on the ball. Bartlett the brilliant. 29, 30 kicks for the day. It's not a bad performance in anyone's book. With Richmond 14-17 and Kilda 9-14, and we're just in the time on period as Judson puts the ball to the centre of the ground. Reynolds, you can mark it. He fumbled it badly. Is backed up by Stevens. Can he trap it? Sproul comes in to tackle him, and Stevens gets a free kick. Somewhat technical one, but he got it. 26 minutes into the final quarter, and Richmond have won their way through to the preliminary final. They meet the losers of the game between Collingwood and Carlton, which has been played today, in the preliminary final next Saturday. And here's Bartlett again having a ball. In comes Stevens again. He trapped the ball, he does. Onto his left boot it goes, gets it to the centre of the ground where an awkward bounce comes to Elliott. In comes Walsh. He's held, not in possession, and will get the free kick. And St Kilda's tackling hasn't been good. And Walsh will take the free kick pretty well in the centre and will put the Tigers into attack again. He's been directed by Ian Stewart where to put it, puts it out to Bartlett, and that's mark number what to Bartlett, Jack? Mark number 4, kick number 33. Well, what a day he's had. He's had a ball. And there's a beautiful trading kick into the scoring zone, easily marked by the Tigers, taken by Hart. And Hart, the brilliant captain of Richmond, who has been on one leg most of the day, could put it through for the Tigers' 15th goal at about the 28-minute mark of the final quarter. Hart has kicked 2 so far. Yep, 2. This could be goal number 3. He doesn't miss many. This one on its way. It's got the distance. The direction is not quite there. Through for behind to Richmond. 14-18, 102 points. To St Kilda, 9-14, 69, and the game is pretty well over.
It's been cripple on cripple there at centre-half back and centre-half forward from these two brilliant ex-Tasmanians, Hart and Lawrence. I thought Hart won the first half. Lawrence played a brilliant third term. And the last quarter, they've both just been limping around and not doing a great deal. Here's a chance now for Saru. Saru's in a lot of trouble. Past Dean he goes. In the back pocket, he screws it back, and underneath it is Wood. Wood can't quite make it as it's swirled away by the wind and it's out of bounds. His opponent is Val Perovic, who's one of the very outstanding recruits of the season, 6'3½", who was normally a ruckman at Ballarat, been playing on the wing. Here's Craig McKellar on the ball, and McKellar gets a free kick.
Another damaging player for Richmond today. I think there's been Stewart, who's been creative and instructive and has given Richmond a lot of bite from the centre as McKellar, with a good penetrating kick, puts the ball right up in front of goal. Waiting down, it's grabbed here by Michael Green, who has a shot at goal, and it's pretty close. I'll wait on it. It's through. A goal to Richmond. I think it was Green who put it through. I'm not too sure.
Stephen Ray.
Could be Ray. We'll wait and see. It is. It's Stephen Ray who put that goal through. That's goal number 2 to Ray so far.